All right. So in continuation of our previous, explanation concerning this particular Portal Plus platform. So in our previous video, we talked about how you can, set up your exam. So we've talked about exam term. We've talked about how you can add exam hall, and of course, how you can, distribute, your mark based on that particular exam. So under distribution, I think we've added, about four mark distribution. So then the next thing here we go to exam setup. So I won't click on the exam setup. Like I said, we already have an exam called Fox Term exam, and then it has the type of marks, then which is also the first time, and of course the mark distribution has exam, Fox C, second C, and all that. So our own now want to create another exam, then we give the particular exam name. Let's say uh, second second term exam, right? So the term of the exam, let's say second term, then the exam type. So in mark report generations, there are three types of report sheet generation. We have marks only, and then you have grades only, and of course you have marks and grades. So it is better you choose marks and grade. Now under the mark distribution, like I said earlier, so we have about four here now. So I think we have exam, and that is right. Then some have Fox CA, some have second CA, and of course some have assignments or welcome text or projects. You understand? So it depends on how you want to arrange your this thing. So let's assume we have assignments, right? I think these are the four. So then the remark, I can just say the second term examination. So I will publish, then I'll save. Can you see now? So we have the exam under here. So and then also, I won't enter all the score for the exam. The exam can still not be seen or reviewed by any student except you have published the results, or yes, the results. All right. So let's publish like this, or I want before we after we've entered all the marks, then we can come here and publish all the same. Now I am done with that. We need to add what we call exam schedule. So we need to schedule the exam. So under the scheduling of the exam, that is where you add the particular scores. I mean the percentage for each of these mark distribution. So let's go to add schedule. So under the add schedule, we have second term exam, if you can see. Then we have I think here we want to enter exam for a GSS1 student. Then we choose GSS1 as class, then section as junior section, and filter. So as you can see here, we have all these exam. I mean all these subjects. If you are having exam for scheduling exam for all these subjects, then you need to set the starting date, the time, and of course the exam duration, which is in minutes, the exam room, I mean the hall of the exam. Like already had that the hall is very very important. Even if you are not using it, in your school, right? So the exam date we can have it as this. Then exam duration might be 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. But all these one are just for the system to make use of. But even if you are not using it in your school, so in our hall, I think we had it as 7. So you can decide to choose any hall. So now, what is the particular mark you are given for the exam? That is the total mark for only exam. Let's say the total mark for the exam is 100. So how are you distributing them? Let's say for exam only, I think that can be, let's say 60, right? So pass mark. So out of this 60, whenever what is the pass mark for a student to get? Let's say at least if the student got let's say 20, then he pass. Yeah, right. Then for the CA2, the Fox CA, remain out of 100, we have removed 60, so remain 100. Then Foxy, let's say the Foxy is 15. Then the pass mark, let's say uh, pass mark is let's say 10. Then the second C also is 15. Then the pass mark is let's say pass mark is 5, right? Then the second C also 15. The pass mark is 5. Also, now assignment. Normally assignment used to be uh 10, right? Most of the schools normally give 10 to assignments. So here we have 15, 15, that is 30, 60 here, that is 95. I mean 8 60, 15, 15, 15, that is what 30, 30 plus 60, we have 90. So then 10 plus 90, that is 100. So the pass mark here let's say it's 10, right? So then now there's a particular feature here. If you have all different times, different starting time, different exam hall for each of these subjects, or you have different exam distribution for each of these subjects, that can be done here. But if the times, the hall, the exam distributions, scores, marking and everything are the same, then you just need to use what we call the super feature here. Then you now apply these to all. Can you see now? So that means all the other subjects here are having the same exam distribution and all that. So I haven't done that. Then you see them appearing for all the other subjects. So then we see, instead of you to be entering it one after the other, so the apply to all here has already helped us to have everything in one format. Then we save. So information has been saved successfully. So that is that. Now we now go to mark. So under the mark we have mark entry, we have generate position, then we also have a grade range. So before we go, let's check the grade range. Then under the grade range, this is where you set your grades, grading system that you are using in your school. As you can see here, so grade name is A, grade point is 5, minimum percentage, that is 70% to 100%. So if any student got any mark between these strings, that is what is excellent. Then from 60 to 69, very good, and that is B. All right. Then if you have C, that is from 50 to 59, that is good, which is some school also use credit, right? So from 40 to 49, pass. Then from 0 to 39, poor, right? So that is how to set a grade. And if you want to add grades, you click on grade here, as you can see. But I already have one, so I don't need to. And also you can also edit any of these as well. So having done that, go to the generate position is after you have entered the marks for each of the students in that particular terms, right? So let's quickly go to mark entries. So this mark entry is where you enter the scores for all the mark distribution that we've already selected in our exam. So we have second term exam, class. So now we are dealing with JSX1, then we have junior section, and of course, so you pick the Fox subject. So Fox subject on that JSS1 is IRX, then I'll filter. So the Fox subject, the only student we have is Salisu Ahmed. So we have more than one student. They will all be appearing here, and that will give you the chance to enter the score for all the students at once. You understand? So here now you can decide to, maybe the student is absent, then you click absent here. But if it is not absent, then you leave it blank, meaning that the student is present. Now don't forget, in our exam distribution, mark distribution, we enter 60 for exam. So now this student score 45. I've started entering the score for the students. Don't forget that I said if I have more than one student, they will all be appearing here. So that will give me the chance to enter the scores for them at once. So on the Fox C, which is 15, the student got, let's say, 14. Then the second C, the student got, let's say, 12. Then for the assignment, normally